Today, today I'm presenting the final piece of my Sunbury neighborhood system, a project that pairs aged care and community industry to repair a fragmented suburb and rebuild everyday life, production, and care as a single ecosystem. After multiple visits, we observed Sunbury's most striking conditions: stable but isolate LD communities sitting beside residential areas of uneven quality and weak infrastructure. This spatial and social picture slowly pushes elderly life to emergence where local industry lose vitality and disappear from daily experience. This project responds to that condition by asking, why is aging, aging and production are no longer hiding but brought back into the center of neighborhood life? What if care and the industry could support each other as two heavens of a regenerative village? First, co- conceptual grounding. The design, the design begins to break The design begins to break in any forms that traditional models of nursing homes. Drawing on Peter Zumthor's homely residential phototype, I proposed an open garden style aged care community built from CLT modules. It includes shared kitchens, scenery courtyards, communal activity rooms, and adaptable living units. Here, elderly residents are not passive representatives of care, but producers, learners, teachers, people with agency and presence. At the same time, following by Elder Rose's typological continuity, the project grows from existing suburb patterns rather than a, rather than replacing them. You can see over here is empty space. And with Hessenberg's unfinished framework, space remain open and adaptable, waiting for residents to co-shape rather than merely consume them. The open spaces is very important in my project. Aged care and community industry as a neighborhood relationship. I didn't put it aged care. Here's the side of aged care and here's the side of industry. I place aged care facilities and the community industry on opposite side of a single street, not as isolated buildings, but as neighborhood partners. The aged care is sitting on the quieter side. Neighborhood, garden style home, intimate and domestic. As there's all the gardens over there. The industry side, on the more active side, the industrial side, all the industrial is here. Workshops for woodworking and food processing, repair labs, and agricultural preparation. These small industrial zones reintroduce production into everyday streets, form a circular economic. Elderly residents can join workshops, share skills, create handcrafts, or, or possess produce from experimental fields. These items they entered the neighborhood cycles through weekend markets, and local restaurants, creating a closed loop of repair, resume food, and craft. The street, the street becomes the critical interface, a walking path, a production route, a learning courtyard, a bridge for intergenerational communication. This is where the projects become not a part of building, but a regenerative village logic. Then for the environmental and construction system, all buildings use modular timber constructions. Prefabricate facade modules assembled like curtain wall system, connected with bolts and allow future disassemblabilities and resume. Floor use prefabricate holy panels spanning over CLT bins, reducing material and use use construction. This system aligns with our broader sustainability goals. Solar PV, shared battery storage, rainwater system, high performance positive, high performance positive house, narrative vegetarian for cooling, zero bodies emission timber structure. This structure allows the project to operate as an automatic mode within suburb node in long-term ecological network. If you look not only into the main final project, I put the project where I done in mid semester. They kind of both share with the similar strategy to dealing with the ecosystem and in like much more affordable housing. This project still within the density neighborhood logic established earlier that the 15-minute city, the housing strategy and distribute network of schools, community hubs, and co-housing models. As the border architecture scale, at the border architectural scale, the six-story CLT co-living buildings act as a panel prototype. Adaptable units, non-hierarchical rooms, transparent circulation, child care support, and strong community edges. Together, this project form a consistent approach to living, aging, learning, and working in Sunbury. Ultimately, this first project is not a building but resource, one that grows, constructs, return, and co-evolves with the suburb. It reconnects elderly life with the community, regenerates small-scale industry, and recreative life between buildings, guiding Sunbury toward a more collaborative, educational, and certain future. As all these small parts, they can evolve into the street where connect industry and aged care together. This small part work as a different function. As I mentioned here, this is neither repair or reconstruction. This is simply a re-entry about breathing in memory, also about growth that is still happening, because I believe in this. Urban design can be seen as an extension of neighborhood and residential area, giving people freedom to expand. Thanks for watching the video, and here's all for the presentation. Appreciate it a lot.